So in this final part of operational analysis, we're going to talk about how we go about sharing the model. So in this last section of topic 5, we basically will talk about first of all, the capability that we're addressing is basically sharing the operational analysis model. And the steps that are really involved with doing that is basically just getting copies of the sections of the model that are most relevant for your use. In this case, the major portions that we've discussed that were developed during this part was the operational capability diagram, which we see here, and I can show you the highlights of it. And then also we have the operational architecture blank diagram, which is here, which shows, again, the major sections of it. And the purpose of basically doing this operational analysis is providing these capabilities to help you communicate to others. How we make these two diagrams and make something like this is very simple. You can use the SMW model is the first option you would have, is just show people the model that you are using. The second one is to clip and paste with your favorite tool and create a presentation, essentially what you're viewing right now. And the last one is to export images from the Capella model with the favorite tool. I'll show you each of those. Basically, for viewing it, you could walk someone through and just say, okay, this is the change. Here's the change that we're making. You could highlight it. Now, there's a couple options you have for highlighting too. You could, instead of just drawing a box around it like I did earlier, you could do something like changing the color of the diagram. There's an option here to change the format and change the fill color of something. So you could change it to light gray, for instance, for the text that's right there. So you could change the text of things. The other option you have is you can move things around and put things on it. You could also Control Z here. The other option you have is to change colors of lines. Format here, fill color. You do things like that. That's the font. There's other options. You can actually go to the properties, and to each component there's styles that you can do for them. So if I select that, there's a style field here. With the style, you can change things. You can change the border line on something, so you can make it dashed. Let's see. Not exactly working the way I expected it. Solid. It wasn't too noticeable on that one. Let me see what else we can do. You could, so here's the icon. Make that 14, for instance. And go away. Border size, let's try this option. Let's make the border 6. Oh yeah, there you go. I put a box around it, so you could do something like that. We could do borderline style. Let me see. There's just different ways that you might be able to do it. You can show the icon. I can get rid of the icon. So there's the icon is being shown versus not in front of the text. So anyway, there's different possibilities of what you could do to basically highlight it in the model itself if you wanted to show change. You could also just even use something like a note block. There's up here in this field here, there's something called a note, and you can create these note objects. So you could put a note saying added, and even some commentary with it. Something like that. Anyway, so there's lots of options you have to basically annotate in the model. Now, if other options, as I had mentioned, the second one would basically to do some type of clipping the diagram off. That depends on your tool set. I have one installed on my system that basically allows me to clip something and then save it to the clipboard and then paste it to an application. The last one you can do is this little screenshot icon. How you can export something to a diagram. So here I export it. I can browse to it. I can even export as decorations or HTML. I can save the image size to make it more higher grain or more detailed or a less detailed object, so I could do that. So those are your different options that you can do to basically create content that you could then use and share with people other than sharing them the whole model. Okay. So anyway, that's it for this section. Next we'll go on to the system analysis and in the steps that are involved with it. The operational analysis will be used as kind of the foundation for the system analysis. The next section will be focused more on basically how you go into defining what's going to be in the system, what's not going to be in it. Thank you.